A look at the immigration issue in this federal election wouldn't be complete if we didn't hear from the GTA's cultural communities. And that's why we turn to our colleagues at OMNI with a specific look at the South Asian community and what's at play to try and earn their vote.
Canadians of South Asian origin make up the single largest visible minority group in country, comprising a voter bloc all on their own, especially here in the GTA. And as this campaign season has seen, they're being courted differently by every party. In Ontario alone, every third racialized person is of South Asian origin, and Stats Canada estimates that within the next 2 decades, nearly a tenth of all Canadians will be of South Asian background, many of them concentrated in 905 and Peel above all. Part of the challenge they face is high crime rates with relatively low federal funding for policing. Peel Police has seen a spike in the number of hate crimes and gang-related gun violence, and they say they don't receive their fair share. But Indo-Canadians in particular keep up with the news from South Asia. In the aftermath of Trudeau's India trip, many long-forgotten fears were stoked between those of Sikh, Hindu and Muslim descent. The trip is still used by parties as an example of liberal failures.
Whenever a Prime Minister visits any other country, it is definitely with a multiple intention. And apart from the foreign policies which are defined by the various governments, one of the reasons is also to create a goodwill amongst the immigrants from that particular country.
Even in the community largely made up of first and second generation immigrants, there are strains of intolerance. The People's Party of Canada has candidates in every riding, many of whom want more economic migrants instead of refugees, who they believe are jumping the queue and aren't qualified for jobs.
We aren't ending immigration. We aren't reducing it. We just want to balance it, and we'll balance it until the country is back on track.
Canada's first Indo-Canadian Federal Party leader is on the ballot this year, himself a former Brampton MPP, but the Conservatives and Liberal maintain close ties in the community. The Tories in particular are leaning on Jason Kenney to play his ties from the time in the Harper administration. And the Liberals, who put the most Indo-Canadian MPs in the cabinet ever, want to recapture the momentum they built. Now, every single riding in Mississauga and Brampton went Liberal in the last federal election, but the region largely voted Conservative in the provincial one. In just 10 days, it'll be interesting to watch where they land. For City News, I'm Loveen Gill, OMNI News.